Inside a healthy body, the cardiovascular system is a high-speed transit network running with perfect fluidity. But when that flow loses momentum, the blood pools and thickens, creating a sudden, silent anomaly in the system. Doctors call this sluggish blood flow. In a normal current, the body's natural clotting factors are constantly washed away. When the blood moves too slowly, those factors stop circulating. They pile up locally, gathering in the stagnant water of your veins. This buildup creates a thrombus. A thrombus is simply a stationary, unwanted biological roadblock forming right inside the blood vessel, disrupting the entire local transit system. This diagram shows exactly what that roadblock is made of. It is a tangled web of fibrin, a tough, stringy protein, catching red blood cells and platelets. Platelets are cell fragments that stick together to form clots. The result is a dense, solid mass. A blocked vein is painful, but the immediate localized danger is secondary. The real threat is that this stationary trap acts as a breeding ground for a highly mobile, lethal weapon. The tension builds until the mass fractures. A piece of the thrombus breaks off, accelerating into the bloodstream. This traveling biological bullet is an embolus. Certain heart conditions provide the perfect launchpad for these emboli. Take atrial fibrillation, an irregular heartbeat where the heart muscles quiver instead of contracting fully. This leaves stagnant pools of blood inside the heart chambers, practically inviting clots to form and eventually break loose. Once an embolus hits the high-speed arterial current, it rides the flow until the vessels get too narrow. If it travels to the lungs, it wedges into an artery there, triggering a pulmonary embolism. A pulmonary embolism is a severe blockage that chokes off oxygen exchange in the respiratory system. If the embolus takes an alternate route upward, it can lodge in the brain. This creates a cerebral embolism, more commonly known as a stroke. The exact same biological debris cuts off blood supply to brain tissue, causing immediate and often irreversible damage. Because this internal assassin strikes without warning and can hit critical organs in seconds, medical science engineered a specialized preemptive police force. We call them anticoagulants, medications designed to guard the veins by preventing blood from clotting in the first place. The first line of defense is the emergency responder, heparin. Heparin is a highly acidic, naturally occurring substance that doctors inject directly into the bloodstream when they need an immediate tactical reaction. Looking at this diagram, we see heparin's foundational mechanism. On its own, heparin does nothing. It has to hunt down and lock together with a specific partner protein in the blood called antithrombin 3. But heparin has severe tactical drawbacks. It has a dangerously short lifespan in the body and carries a high risk of causing massive hemorrhage or severe bleeding. If a patient starts bleeding out, doctors have to deploy a chemical kill switch called protamine.
Protamine is a basic peptide medication that neutralizes heparin's acidity on contact. Heparin easily wins the immediate firefight against a clot, yet its volatile nature and severe side effects mean the body requires a much more stable, long-term security force to keep the veins clear. To solve that instability, medical researchers took the original rapid response drug and refined it, creating low molecular weight heparins. These evolved molecules carry a specific tactical advantage. Instead of attacking multiple clotting enzymes unpredictably, they are calibrated to ignore the broader battlefield and focus almost exclusively on neutralizing factor XA. This precision offers massive logistical benefits for the patient. Low molecular weight heparins have a longer half-life, meaning they only require a single subcutaneous injection a day. A subcutaneous injection goes right into the fat layer under the skin, avoiding the need for continuous IV drips or obsessive lab monitoring. By refining Decanical Weapons' targeting system, medicine successfully reduced the friendly fire side effects of random bleeding, while still maintaining a highly secure perimeter in the veins. While injections secure the immediate perimeter, long-term strategy requires an entirely different approach. Enter Warfarin, an oral medication that acts as a slow-moving strategic defense. This flowchart illustrates Warfarin's covert mechanism of action. Rather than fighting active clots in the vein, it attacks the liver's supply lines. It acts as a direct adversary to vitamin K, a nutrient the liver uses to build clotting proteins. Warfarin continuously blocks vitamin K from activating 4 distinct clotting nodes, factors 2, 7, 9, and X.
Because warfarin halts the production of new clotting factors instead of destroying existing ones, there is a critical delay in this strategy. It takes 4 to 5 days for the drug to become fully effective, forcing doctors to use heparin to hold the line during the gap. Warfarin also suffers from extreme environmental volatility. Common drugs, like certain antacids or sedatives, can destroy warfarin or dangerously amplify it, causing internal bleeding. Patients must undergo constant INR blood analysis. INR is a standard test that measures exactly how long it takes a patient's blood to clot. With its ability to choke off the liver's supply lines, warfarin is a powerful, foundational siege weapon. However, its intense vulnerability to external chemical interference makes it a fragile and high-maintenance strategy. To eliminate warfarin's logistical nightmare, pharmacology developed a new generation of oral defense, Dabigatran. Dabigatran takes a direct action approach. It completely bypasses the liver supply lines and the complications of vitamin K. Instead, it enters the bloodstream and neutralizes the enzyme thrombin head-on. For the patient, this new technology provides rapid, reliable deployment. It protects the circulatory system without the anxiety of endless blood tests or the fear that a simple dietary change will trigger internal bleeding. Biological traffic jams inside our veins will always pose a lethal threat, but as long as human blood remains a potential crime scene for these blockages, medical science will continue engineering smarter, faster, and more precise chemical weapons to keep the body alive.